Hello, Pirate101 fans, Grunty's here, back with our recording. I know I just made a video the other day based off of the new pack and basically pretty much the mini update that happened yesterday. However, I am going to be doing a tier list based off of all the worlds. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're gonna start off with Monquista. Monquista is an okay world. I enjoyed it for the content it gave. I think I wish it had a couple more quests, but it did pretty well for the most part. I liked the story was good. The set off from Skull Island to Monquista. I think the view is amazing. I like everything about it, and I just like how Cortez goes from this villain that we thought he was, this crazed villain, to actually a rebellion pirate like us. So overall, I'm gonna have Next is Valencia Part 1. I mean, I could basically say Part 1 and Part 2 and give it the same review. So pretty much, overall, the view and the whole thing about the Armada, for villain and stuff, everything is perfect. I wouldn't go any worse or any better than this because it's actually perfect for the villain arc, and the dialogue is just amazing, and you get to learn so much of the story about here. The only problem I had was overall there was so little quest, which with such a big skyway or a big expand of the world that they could have brought more, because there's so many other places I think in Valencia Part 1 and Part 2 that we can do. Honestly, I think they should have done a little better with that. But overall, I thought it was okay. I wouldn't say it was great, but let's get into my review. I'm gonna have to give both probably a C. I honestly, I'm pushing a little bit. I'm thinking I would give them realistically a D, but to be fair, they did pretty well for Part 1 because Part 1 was a little shorter than Part 2, but they made the quest line so short. We should have got more content, honestly, in my opinion. Alright, next guys, we are going to be doing Avernus. I mean, there's really nothing else to do besides view and fight bone dragons. I think this world was pointless to have no content in the world, but honestly I could see this as a bright future, especially since they just added a Dragonspire pack, and this is basically Dragonspire. Obviously I'm just gonna review this as a D tier. I wouldn't give it much better than that. I mean, that's all you pretty much see. Bone dragons and a skyway full of shards. Alright, I know you guys are gonna hate me, but I love this world. I love Part 1 and Part 2 of Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch has awesome view. Honestly, the music track is by far my favorite music track. I enjoy all the NPCs I see. It has a unique variety of NPCs, from frogs, chickens, to sometimes you can see other things Armada, quote-unquote Altura. I won't expose all of them, I love this world. I don't know about anyone else. Everyone else could say something and say they can't stand this world. Me, I could stay in this world as long as I want. I love how there was so much content in this world and how much quests that there were. It did get repetitive, to be fair, but honestly, I loved it. I think it was my favorite world. Obviously, you guys are gonna know this is gonna be S tier. I know you guys are going to be a little disappointed with it, but pretty much, yeah, it was just that good in my opinion. Another world that I thought was a banger, Mooshu. I think there's a couple things that I didn't really like about it, because some of the quests were a little tedious, like a little really annoying. However, the XP was like skyrocketed from Cool Range to this, because Cool Range Part 2 was like okay in XP, and then you get here and you gain like 4 levels the first like 2 quests. Overall, I think the world was good. I wouldn't say it was a great world, but I wouldn't say it was a bad world either. I thought it had its fair share of skyways. I think it is technically bigger than Cool Range, so I mean, it had the content ship for sure, and you had a variety of mobs. So I honestly would have to rate this as well as S. I mean, I can't really disagree with it as much as people disagree with my Cool Range, but they both fit my standards. A world that I have a love and hate relationship as well. Marlybone. Marlybone is it's interesting. Content, it's well for the most part. It got kind of confusing a little bit, even though it was based off just a war that was going around between the Marlybonians and etc. I won't get really into it. Content was there. Mobs, like the action was there and everything. I just thought it wasn't my favorite world. I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, I didn't really like enjoyed it that much. I mean, like the first 2 times or 3 times I enjoyed it, and when I say, oh, I'm in Marlybone, I'm like, Marlybone. And then I had to like push through getting through this world because I hate it so much after like doing it like the first 3 times for my characters. So overall, I'm gonna have to give this a B tier. That's in my opinion. You guys could debate all you want in the comments, but that's where I'm putting it. A world that I thought couldn't be worse than Marlybone. Another debate that you guys were probably gonna argue with, but Aquila had perfect content. Like, I loved the whole Aquila thing. I just couldn't stand this world. This is like a world where I need like friends to actually complete, because I don't know if I can remotely stand pushing through doing this world. I have like 3 guys on my ult, all level 16. Guess where they are? Aquila. I cannot stand that world, bro. It's a very debatable world to handle. I thought overall it was good. It's just it's a world that I also can't stand. Like, I did it once or 3 times actually. I didn't even finish questing Aquila on my other guys. That's how hateful I am for this world. Even though I love everything about it, it's just I can't stand it for some reason. Sorry guys, but put it in the debate, we're gonna give it a C tier. I mean, it's obviously, if there was a C plus tier, I would put it C plus. Oh yeah, you can put it in C plus. You can expand. But out of these tiers, it would be a C plus. Alright, we're gonna end with a banger. From getting Avery's amulet from the Troggies and Findorsal to exploring the whole world of trying to find Captain Gun's treasure. Skull Island has to be by far my favorite or second favorite between Cool Range. I loved everything about this world. I don't think there was anything bad in this world, other than a lot of people just cruise through it. I think it's like in mind that like a lot of people are so used to the first world, which is why, or like not even the first world, but like first part of Skull Island, for part 2 of Skull Island, that like people want this world to be free, especially since people want to get into the story. Like, this is your go-to to actually start your love for pirate. Like, Skull Island is by far my favorite. I love everything about it. I love how they did an expansion for Blood Shoals, which made it even more fun. I just love everything about it, and like everything is here. Like, this is your hangout. This is like your vibe area, pretty much. Overall, this is another S tier. Unfortunately, we got no A's, but you know, I would put like Mooshu A if I didn't like it as much as Aquila or something like that. But you know, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you maybe agree with my world tier list. You may disagree. Whatever happens, you should comment below and say something. Say like a disagreement, like, oh, I disagree, Aquila is like the best world, or whatever. Blah blah blah. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another recording in the future. Goodbye.